Welcome to our series on Ignatius, the wisdom of Ignatius, especially contained in his autobiography. I'm standing next to our olive grove here on top of the campus to symbolize Ignatius' desire to go to Jerusalem, to spend his life there. And that's his desire from the time of his conversion. He travels across Spain, goes to Manresa, stays there for 11 months, and then gets on a ship to go to Italy and eventually goes to Jerusalem. His desire is to stay in Jerusalem, to live and to preach where Christ lived and preached for the rest of his days. So he goes along the pilgrim ship that leaves once a year from Venice to go to Jerusalem, and the pilgrims usually stay in the Holy Land for 3 weeks. Well, Ignatius, towards the end of that stay, told the Franciscans who are in charge of the Holy Land that his desire is to stay there after the ship leaves, but to live where Jesus lived and worked. The Franciscan guardian, the local superior, and the provincial immediately come to a decision that it's not wise for Ignatius to stay there for a variety of reasons. Ignatius is very adamant, saying, well, in my prayer over the last year or so, I desire to live where Christ lived. He feels that's God's will. But the Franciscan superior says no. Ignatius protests, and they still say no, again for a variety of reasons. Who's going to support him? It's dangerous. He could be kidnapped or harmed in some way, held for ransom, and very practical things. He doesn't speak the language. So it wasn't a good idea for a variety of reasons for him to stay in Jerusalem. And so Ignatius is speaking to the guardian who presents the authoritarian documents that he has to excommunicate Ignatius if need be. Ignatius realizes that he cannot stay there. What does he learn from this experience about discernment? That's why he devotes so much time in his autobiography to this particular incident. He recognizes that when he makes a discernment, a decision, he can't just rely upon his own feelings, his own thoughts, his own desires, because in that is a bit of vainglory. I want to stay here. I feel this is the right place for me. But rather, he must learn to listen to the thoughts, the feelings, the reasons of others in order to make a balanced decision. And so he reckons at the very end that it's not God's will that he stays there. But he learns a very valuable decision, very valuable lesson here. They must listen to the feelings and reasons of others to make a good and balanced decision and discernment. To listen how God is speaking to other people through their experience and through their reasoning and through their prayer. That's a good lesson for all of us to learn. Be open to how God works, not in our own hearts, but also in the hearts and experiences of others. Thank you very much.